the actual audit cost couldn't meet that smaller print they tried. Is that $8,840? So that's what you're approving as part of the contract, is the cost of the audit, $8,840, plus the preparation of financial statements not to exceed $1,960.
That is large. Asking me to use bigger
The
font next
auditor,
time for that money.
the auditor fills it out, apparently his eyes are better than ours.
So you need a motion to approve
I
that.
do need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion that we approve the contract for the audit.
Okay, motion on the floor with the bars on the audit contract. You get a second?
Yeah.
Do we need to put them outside?
John Ray?
Do we need to put the amount or just?
The contract as specified on May 20, 2009.
Okay.
Yeah, a motion second, further discussion. All in favor, raise your hand. Okay, unanimous. Something like athletic park.
Okay. A couple of updates to provide to you. We had a couple of delays, but we were able to meet with RP Murray and Dogger Construction, which is the lead construction company that's on the low bid under RP Murray, to discuss the major elements of the park construction. The items that were addressed today was to confirm that everything that was in the contract was had been reviewed properly, make sure that there was nothing that got left out by accident on the part of the bidder, or that they found something that wasn't left out on our part. Everyone's in agreement essentially with it. We also, in the interim, received our approval from the state on our erosion control plan. This is going to have an effect on our budget, however. The amount of work that's going to be necessary for erosion control is going to be approximately $50,000 more than originally part of the contract. However, there's an area of the contract that we believe can be cut very significantly, which is the design of the front door, basically the signage and the gates and things of that sort on the park. Were bid at about $72,000, which seems very, very high. So we're going to cut back on that area significantly, and it should wash out the differences in the erosion control costs. So what we're going to be doing is putting together the final contract for you all to review and assume approve at the July council meeting. In the interim, we have been drilling the well. In fact, they were working on today. George, where are we at right now?
580 feet deep and approximately 50 to 60 gallons per minute capacity. And they're going to continue until we go either hit 100 or 120 gallons or hit 740 feet in depth and see what that will produce.
So we're about halfway there now on our water needs. So that's much better than we were yesterday. Again, if this well does not tap out, although we are getting much closer, our options are to look at taking one of the erosion control devices that would eventually be removed and instead turn it into an irrigation pond. And we had discussions with RP Murray about that today. There'd actually be some cost savings potentially in doing that because they don't have to move the earth back into the hole that would have to be buried. There's also some areas that we think could be saved in your construction costs that Doggett has identified that might be able to save us some money as part of their process. So we're going to continue working to evaluate and try to what's essentially called value engineering, trying to reduce the costs of the elements. We have a contractor engineer working on the electrical plan. It should be ready in about a week and a half to 2 weeks, so we can see what the bid still working on the restroom concession building. RP Murray indicated that they'd be willing to look at what they call a design build plan, where they would submit a bid to both design the building and then build it for much less than what we've been quoted in the past on the design part of it. So we're going to sit down separately with them and talk about that process and see if we can develop something there. In the meantime, we do have the information from the builder of the prefab buildings that is also available to us. We're still evaluating those various options. Septic system is in final layout plan, so we'll know exactly what we need to do for the septic system. And that is looking pretty positive. There's a large amount of area that we need. It seems to all be there. We'll be able to know very soon just what exactly type of septic system we'll need, whether it be a conventional system or it be a panel block system or some other alternative system. The benefits of the panel blocks and the other systems is they do require less room and space is a premium on our site. So we may be in a situation where we may pay a little bit more to put in a better system, a smaller system, in order to preserve more land available for usage for the park. But we'll have that fairly soon, also in the next week or so. I believe that covers it. Do you have any questions? So, assuming everything goes well with the contract, that would mean that they would start construction. They're ready to start construction immediately after July 14th, with the contracts approved. One other area that we're looking at is the field type. The current plan was for fescue fields. We are looking at alternative fields, and also instead of doing sod, we're looking at doing some other either seed or plugging to save some costs, since we're going to be in a period where there's not going to be any play on it right away. We need to take advantage of that, just let the grass grow naturally instead of being outside. So that's still under discussion, and we'll bring a proposal to change that in the future.
Find the market for chiggers, you get rich now.
Okay.
Do you recommend or anything doing a special meeting after the fourth to get this thing going?
I think by the time we go back and forth on the contract, get it to your hands right after the fourth, give you guys a week to look at it.
Okay.
That pretty much eats up that time anyway.
Okay.
Are we gonna have adequate time to review it before the meeting?
That's what I'm saying, is that if we tried to push it any quicker, then we wouldn't be able to get it to you early to get it reviewed.
Okay, approval of allocated money to sound equipment.
There's money in donations for Parks and Recreation that were made for the amphitheater many years ago. The Spark Committee has requested that $3,500 of that be allocated for purchase of sound equipment, up to $3,500 for purchase of sound equipment that would be used both in the amphitheater and, since it would be portable, it could be used in other areas, both in the park and at other town events, here, ball fields, wherever it may be necessary to have it. But because it would be an allocation of funds that are currently reserved for Parks and Recreation from donations, ask council to allow that to be used in that manner.
One thing, okay, I was involved in that donation originally, and I just wonder if we shouldn't clear that with the family that donated the money, if we're going to use it for that purpose.
I know we discussed
I have a
how
call.
we talk with the
I have
dogs.
a call. Jules,
Yeah,
what was it donated for?
amphitheater.
Well, the sound equipment is for the amphitheater,
No, that was
my understanding.
my reasoning for why it would be an appropriate use, but
Can we use it during these meetings too?